Here we go. All right, so like that, at least now on YouTube, you guys have a visual on what's going on the Twitter Spaces. You can see who's talking. The first, let's now get kind of organized the first subject that we wanted to talk about. So we want to talk about a couple things as I posted on the Twitter, on my Twitter for this space. So the first thing that's been going on this week, you know, the latest, what's been going on with STEPN, right? As you guys already know, the latest, let me switch the screen over here. So right now they've been basically every day they've been releasing information on, you know, the different ways that you guys can potentially be able to get to get a ape sneaker, right? So that's been the latest thing going on lately. So right now, I think there's 3 different ways, either by getting a double enhance, right? And when you're upgrading, the second way is if you don't get the double enhance, then you still get, they're giving out 2,000 free sneakers. And then the third way right now was the one that was posted today. If you have an OG sneaker on the BNB realm, which is any sneaker between 20 to 30,000, then if you enhance it, you can receive an ape sneaker on the third realm. So that's been the latest things right now on that. I also want to talk about the Realm 3 speculations. I know I have my own thoughts, but I want to hear your guys' opinions on what you think Realm 3 is going to be. I want to hear your opinions on the BAYC partnership. Do you guys think there's an official partnership out there, or do you guys think that it's something else? And how you guys feel about that? Talk about the ape sneakers, the current meta within the game. I know a lot of people are taking different approaches right now within the game, and a lot of people are now playing more towards mystery boxes. GST and GMT prices, we'll take a look at that. And then just kind of overall community sentiment. At the end of the day, the community is what drives every project. Without a community, these projects will not be able to survive, right? So I want to be able to take some people in, some of their feedback on how they feel with some of the sentiment. You know, I have a pretty good idea on it myself, but I definitely want to get some feedback from the community. So if you guys are interested in hitting any of these topics, request to speak, and let's jump right in. So if you guys are interested, if you guys are tuned in on YouTube, you guys can check out the Twitter Spaces if you want to ask any questions, or you want to you know, speak about anything. And if you guys are on Twitter Spaces, I'm live on YouTube right now. So you guys, I have a screen up, I have a webcam, so you guys can check all that out. Trying to run 2 live streams at the same time. I don't know if I have James here as the co-host. James, can you hear me? I'm not sure if his mic is working. Haven't been able to hear him. I got who else is in here? Kevin's in here. What's up, Kevin? Let me see if you want to speak on anything. Oh, we got Cozy here. Here's Cozy. We got somebody requesting. Let me add Cozy as a speaker. There we go. What's up, Kevin? What's up, Cozy?
I figured I'd pop up so then while James obviously tries to figure out his mic.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Doing all right. I'm glad you put this together, because I think there hasn't been much chatter lately. I think people have been just kind of waiting on the sidelines, kind of seeing all these announcements over the last week or 2 weeks. So lots to talk about for sure.
Yeah, 100%, man. There's been I think a lot kind of going on, but it's also at the same time a lot of uncertainty. Not a lot of, like, you know, there's still not any real direction. Everybody's still kind of up in the air, I think, about everything that's going on. Since there's been no official announcements, we're kind of all sitting back right now waiting on the first, right?
Well, I mean, you could say that there's a lot of uncertainty, but I would say, if you compare to a month ago, I would say the mechanisms that have been put in place are quite impressive. Obviously, there is, I guess you could call it, you know, quote unquote uncertainty because of, you know, people are not seeing GST go as high as they wanted to. People are not seeing, GMT probably as high as they probably really wanted to, and things like that. But in my personal opinion, I think that the mechanisms that they put in place are quite incredible. You look at, everyone was asking for burning for ages. They finally ended up giving you reasons for burning, and now they're, like you just said, they've incentivized sneaker burning as well as high amounts of GMT and GST burning. And each day, as you just said, building up to round 3, they're using that to hype people to burn even more. So, and then you look at the fact that now they have scrolls in. They really can control, because scrolls are inside of the mystery boxes now. They can control how much people mint, basically on all scales, whether it's rare, whether it's uncommon or common. They could really just suddenly stop putting those out in mystery boxes and control the influx of any shoe if they really wanted to slow down minting in any area. So to be able to control both sides of that coin, I think is really advantageous, and just goes to show you how far we've come in the last 3 weeks to a month.
Yeah, 100%. And talking about the minting scrolls, I'm thinking that they change minting scrolls to where uncommons, rares, or any other minting scroll, you can just use it to mint a lower rarity. And I think that'll kind of fix the prices, because right now common scrolls are the most expensive minting scrolls. Um, well, I don't know if they're the most expensive, but they're more expensive than uncommons in the markets. So, what do you think about that? The minting scrolls.
It definitely
Well,
makes sense, Jay.
go on, James. Yeah, go ahead.
You can enhance a sneaker, right, and get a better quality sneaker for similar to the same cost, and then not use minting scrolls. I think a lot of people that are trying to make it enhanced, instead of minting to try to make it enhanced, two uncommons together with a chance of getting a common and having to use two uncommon scrolls, they're just enhancing instead. And then they don't need the uncommon scrolls, so they're selling them on the marketplace for less than the common scrolls are. And to your point, I could definitely see them setting up some kind of an exchange where you can exchange an uncommon scroll to get commons. Maybe you can exchange, two uncommons and get three commons, or have them used instead, right? So an uncommon scroll works for common mints.
I definitely think that incentivizing minting is probably the next kind of step. Obviously, they've already slowed down minting, and that was the main purpose of what they were trying to do. But I think that, like for me, I'm not going to mint. I enhanced for the first time today. I went from 10 shoes to 4 shoes now, which changes everything. But I did that because I was like, I want a chance to get into the third round. So if I'm thinking like that at 10 shoes, I bet you at least like 2/3 of everyone else is thinking I have a chance. And if they release a few more reasons to get, possibilities to get into the third realm, I'm sure they're going to be all over that as well, whatever they announce. But I think that the next step, obviously, after all of this, hype of realm 3, maybe what it finally releases, and then maybe that's in a week or 2 weeks time. Who knows when the announcement is for the release? But I think that incentivizing minting, however that is probably to come back, but under their terms. So, like you said, Bitcoin, whether that means a trading of scrolls, or like what James just said, which is like a trade off or something along those lines. I think that they need to incentivize minting again, because I feel like minting has kind of died and nobody wants to mint anymore. Either A, because it costs, B, because of scrolls, or C, because burning makes much more sense than minting. I think that the revival, or yeah, the revival of minting is inevitable. They just have to figure out how they want it to be done, and to avoid the whole the same thing that happened with the China ban and everything, right?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Because and the thing with that is, since not really many people are minting right now, that's a big sink, GST sink that we had, that we no longer have right now, right? So that's also plays into the at part of why GST is currently dropping, because we've basically got rid of one of the biggest sinks that STEPN had for GST, which was minting. So I think there needs to be a a balance, right? Where we still have minting, and it has to be somewhat profitable. It doesn't have to be as profitable as it was. Like, for example, minting on BNB, people were making like $3,000 or more per flip, which was insane, right? There, you should never be able to make that type of money. But I do think that it should be at least somewhere around break even to, a little bit profitable, so that people are incentivized to mint. Because if even if it's break even, I would be minting, because I'm minting for that, whatever percent shot at hitting a twin box, at hitting an uncommon, or something like that, right? To hit one of those, that makes it eventually, long term, it makes it profitable. Even when you're just getting a regular common sneaker, if you're at least break even, then that's fine. Like, I would be burning that GST. So I think there needs to be some sort of balance where it's minting farms, right? Big minting farms are not going to come and try to take over the game like they were before, but the average user can still mint.
Definitely feels like a supply and demand thing, though, right? I mean, if you're trying to design a game and you want to balance it, and you have minting always be a break even or always be of a profit, you could instantly get to a spot where there's an oversupply of extra sneakers on the marketplace, because you've got regular players and minting farms making far more than what's needed. And if you continue to force it to be profitable, they're going to make more and more and more, and it just makes the world worse, right? It just makes it more inflationary. So to have it become less profitable and not profitable at all when there's too much supply makes sense, because then people move to do other parts of the game. And then as supply and demand shifts the other way and there's more players than there are sneaker, it becomes more and more profitable, encouraging more people to mint to balance out that supply. I think it's almost better to work that way. We're just in a period right now where there's more supply than there is demand, so it's shifted. But as soon as Realm 3 launches and all that attention comes and people start coming in and flocks to Realm 1 and 2, I think that equation flips and all of a sudden it becomes profitable.
Yeah,
Hello?
for sure. Yeah, who's there? Is this Kevin?
Yeah,
What's up,
can you
Kevin?
hear me okay? Not
Yeah,
much.
yeah, I hear you. Let me see. Let me see if you're cutting out though. I do hear you right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on a different headset, so I haven't really tried this on a space yet. But I was just gonna kind of add a couple things. I think with regard to minting, I think the profitability will come as soon as there's an acceleration in user growth, and then I think that the mechanics and the rollout of this third realm is going to be very important moving forward. I think it has to be a very sound rollout, because once it does, they could easily turn on the spigot as far as advertising and potentially get a lot of new users. They have a lot of channels to do that. So just wanted to add that.
Yeah, 100%. I just pulled up the minting calculator here. For a couple people were asking, and right now, if you're minting a 0 and a 1, or 0011, the cheapest mint basically for 2 commons, the floor price is around 3.2 scrolls right now. If you also have to buy the scrolls, they're 6 GMT each. And the level up cost is about $12. Then you take in the 6% fees. So right now it's almost at break even. The mint flip numbers right now are at minus $5.81 right now. And obviously it's just kind of an idea. And this is using Van X's website here, the mint calculator that he made. So you guys can check that out, stepn.vanxh.dev. Great website, great calculator here where you can kind of get an idea of what the minting cost is. So I recommend you guys check that out. But yeah, so right now it's almost break even. If you guys are on Twitter Space, I'm showing on YouTube the mint calculator. That's why I'm describing it. But yeah, right now it's close enough to break even where I'm minting right now. You know, and I'm planning on doing synthesizing and enhancing my 5 sneakers probably either today or tomorrow. Have you guys been enhancing?
James, you can go first.
I've got one enhancement under my belt. I'm still wanting to make a really good GMT comfort sneaker on Solana, so I'll probably do one more on that chain. The minting was actually profitable a couple days ago, but there was a pretty big GMT pump. It came up a good 10, 15, 20%, and that kind of swayed the equation back to neutral again. But the enhancements look good for anybody that's not done a single one. It's you know, it's hard. You don't want to lose too much energy to do one, right? I think energy is key, especially if there's a chance for a FOMO snapshot, and using your energy every day is so important anyway. But that raffle ticket chance, right? If you don't get a double enhancement, and the guarantee for a sneaker on Realm 3, if you get a double enhancement, makes it worth giving it a try if you can afford the energy.
Yeah, 100%. How about you, Kevin? I know you've been going in on those enhancements, especially with Genesis, right?
Yeah, I actually I enhanced all my Genesis. The reason being is I have been saving GMT for the upgrade to be able to get an increased chance of minting an upgraded sneaker. So I decided to allocate some of that to upgrading my vault to because basically it was a guarantee as opposed to kind of still having the chance. And so now I'm upgraded, and yeah, I've been kind of leaning into it, and I've been really happy with my vault. I feel like it's totally rejuvenated every chain for me, and even though I took a hit on energy.
Oh,
Really happy with all my. I'm gonna have to for a moment.
Okay, no
Sorry.
worries. No worries.
But
All right, I muted Kevin because I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, what you guys were saying, like the thing with the energy, you might take a hit on energy depending how many sneakers you have. So for example, I currently have 15 sneakers. I have 3 uncommons. So in total I have 15 energy, I want to say. Now, if I decide, and which I already have, I'm gonna at least take one crack at it, right? So I have a chance at least to win a raffle, maybe. So my idea is I'm going to do an enhancement with 5 sneakers. They have all 5 sneakers have been used to mint twice, so they have 2 mints on them, and that's gonna take me from 5 sneakers down to 10. So that'll change my energy, I believe, to 12. But then I'm gonna get an uncommon sneaker, so my energy will be at 13. So I really am only losing 2 energy on that, so it's not a big deal for me. I like that range there between 13 to 15. I think that's a good range for me. I know a lot of you guys are doing 20 energy a day. Man, that's tough for me. I struggle to do the 15 per day. So that's why I'm kind of like, it's a relief to go back down to 13. I don't know how some of you, I know James, you said that you were doing more than 20 per day. You're sometimes hitting 25 per day. And that's definitely a lot. So let's see what our next subject is. I actually have somebody else requesting here, so I'm gonna bring the next person that's requested. I believe is Aeon.
Yo, Jay, can I just say something?
Yeah. Jump
No,
on.
I was just gonna say I have the calculators open. I don't know if you remember Diogo. He had the calculators for both of them, and I don't know if the calculator might be off on the one that you have, but I currently have, with all the market prices in, the cost of GST, the new cost of GST and GMT, as well as the scrolls and their current costs in the market, I have minus $22 on every 0-1 mint flip with a jogger, and then
Okay.
I have with an uncommon jogger, I have minus $172
Oh
if
yeah.
you do 100. So it just goes to show you I think actually someone mentioned this the other day. Uncommons have drastically dropped in costs because everybody's enhanced.
Yeah.
So now the the pool of uncommon shoes is much higher than it once was. So yeah, I think that there are a lot of like mechanisms that are built into place, and there was the last thing I was just gonna say was that I think that as things kind of an equilibrium is like reached, then we're gonna start to see maybe some more minting. But we're obviously on an extreme in the enhancement side, right? Because we're trying to balance off that other extreme.
Yeah, 100%. I definitely agree, and I know those numbers are always changing. I don't know what I might have different, but I mean we're still both kind of in the negative there. Mine was showing basically -$6. So you said that you're at minus 21, 22.
Yeah,
Right. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Kind of.
sorry.
Oh, there you go.
Minus 22 for a common jogger flip, and
Okay.
then minus 172 for an uncommon jogger.
Yeah, yeah. The uncommon one that's crazy. I've never even tried to do an uncommon flip because it was just way too much, and then that possibility of getting a common would have killed me. So I was like, nah, I'd rather just stick to my commons. It's a lot safer.
Well, the early flip that used to be the exact flip before when
Right.
I was doing the math because I was trying to figure out if I was flipping like uncommons. I never even thought about obviously not getting an uncommon, but the odds of getting it would obviously pay off because I think you were making about $200 a flip if you were doing
Gotcha.
it before. So I mean
Gotcha.
the fact that that's just completely flipped on the opposite side is crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. All right, so we have another speaker here that I just invited on from the community. Aeon, am I saying your name right?
Hey Jay, what's up, bro?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Yeah, great. Just like I saw the tweet on Twitter, I have a OG sneaker on BNB chain, and I have, I think, two extra shoes to enhance them, and I am thinking of buying two more to enhance it. So what do you guys prefer for? Should I mint those two, or should I go to the marketplace or buy them at the floor price? What do you say?
Right now, so did you say you're on for the minting and the enhancing? You're on BNB, is that what you said?
Yes, I am on BNB, and I have two sneakers that a zero mint.
Okay, so think, um, I think right now, huh? James, do you know? Cause I haven't looked at BNB in a bit since I haven't been minting there. I don't know if James, have you done any mints on BNB lately?
Yeah, I've done a
Because
few
I
mints on
think the
BNB.
scrolls, common scrolls are, I think, way too overvalued over there.
Yeah,
I think they're valued just right because I'm earning a ton of GMT by earning common scrolls on BNB and selling them. The last two I sold at 74 GMT each, which was awesome.
nice. That's crazy. So are you would you recommend him to mint for his other the other sneakers that he needs, or to buy it at the marketplace? What do you think is cheaper right now?
There's some great calculators that go back and forth. I think it's still probably a tad bit cheaper to buy them right now,
Okay.
but you've got that chance that you have to calculate in where when you mint, you also have a double shoebox chance. You've got a trainer chance. You get a chance to get an uncommon from two commons that you kind of have to calculate in as well, right? One
Right.
to one, if you were to just mint a common, probably a little cheaper to buy it. But when you get all those extra things to go along with, those are awesome.
Yeah.
Because I think if I mint them and if I get I have to burn them. If it is a trainer, also if
Right.
I have to burn them. So basically I have to enhance and burn them. So I
Right.
think it's better to buy up the off the floor, I think.
Are you what type of sneaker uh do you have, and what are you buying?
Uh, okay, my OG sneaker is jogger, and the other two are jogger, and I have a main sneaker over there.
Okay.
That's a trainer. That's my main sneaker. I'm not going to burn that.
Okay. So I would imagine you're looking to probably enhanced joggers. So you probably need 5 joggers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I will buy at the floor, I think, 2 joggers, and I will make a enhanced OG.
Okay, so I'm gonna just kind of throw the numbers in the calculator here. I'm gonna pop this up on the YouTube screen for those watching. So right now, let's see, on the Binance chain, I see that the floor price for joggers is about 1.275. Then the scroll prices, let's see what the scroll prices are here for the commons. Right now they're sitting at,
It's like 60 GMT.
wow, is that 60 GMT?
So I'm telling you, the last question was
That's
70.
insane. That's insane.
All right, so 60 GMT so that's 120 GMT because you're gonna need 2 of them. So right now, well, this is giving me the calculation for the mint flip, but the mint price overall, it looks like it's $170 to mint. And then if we take a look at the sneakers in the marketplace at the floor price, we said it was 1.275, right? The floor price.
Yeah, 1.3, I think. 1.273, yes.
Yeah, let me see where's BNB at right now. No, it's at 2 something. It's at 233. 1.275. Yeah, so right now it's definitely cheaper to mint than to buy at the marketplace at market price right now. Even on the floor is what it looks like to me. So I would say the best bet is that minting right now.
What's the difference? What's the difference you have calculated? How many dollars are calculated here?
So what I'm getting here, I don't know if I'm doing it on the fly really quick, but it's 297 is what it's showing me here. That can't
That's
be
huge difference. That's better to mint then.
wait, that can't be right though. Let me see. Because the floor
To
price,
include the scrolls.
let me see, 297. Because 1.275 is a floor price. The mint price itself is 170, and then the scrolls are 60 GMT each. I don't know. I need some help on this one. Where's GMT at right now? Let's see. 94 cents. So 60 times 94 times 2. So that's 112 plus 170. It's 282, right? $282, and floor price is 297. Am I looking at that right? Or am I getting those numbers right?
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so yeah, so right now minting is a little bit cheaper. It's about, it's not a huge difference, but it's about $15 cheaper right now.
Considering a chance to get a uncommon is also
Exactly, and then you have that chance to either get an uncommon or even a twin, like 2 shoe boxes,
or a trainer also.
or a trainer. Exactly. So right now, I would say that minting is going to be better than buying at market price.
Cool. Then I'm going to level up those joggers, I think.
Yep, there you go. And oh yeah, well the only cost that we didn't include is leveling up.
Yeah, the level up cost.
Yeah, and that's about $15 or $16, I think. So that kind of breaks even at that point. But remember, you have those chances of minting something better, and you also have you're going to be getting a 0 mint sneakers. So yeah, if it was me, I would mint rather than buy.
No worries, man. I'm going to mint it.
All right, awesome, man. Thanks for hopping on, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and one more.
Yes.
I have a question. What do you guys think about the Genesis ones? Are they getting the APE sneakers, or is it a mystery now?
What do we think about the Genesis?
Yep.
Well, I don't have a Genesis, but I mean, I wish I did. I've been watching and observing the prices of the Genesis, and I've seen that they've been sitting around 200 on the Solana side. I'm not sure on the Binance side. There's actually a Twitter account that follows and like does reports, I think, daily on those Genesis prices. But for me, it's just I'm not gonna spend 10 grand on a sneaker right now in these market conditions, you know.
Yes, so good, but I have a Genesis sneaker already.
Oh, you have one?
What I'm asking, yes.
Oh, then you're good, man.
What I, yeah, what I'm asking is it possible to get two AP sneakers like going to enhance one on the BNB side as we have discussed right now, and I have also Solana Genesis one. So what's the possibility of getting two? Is it possible or just one?
So are you saying like it to get the ape sneakers?
Yeah, can we get two?
I don't know that. I don't know. James, do you know how they're doing that? Is it just one, even if you have multiple Genesis sneakers,
Because
or?
if you see the latest tweet on this STEPN official, that it says that let me check. I
Yeah.
just
It
read it.
depends on your pathway to get the ape, right? So we
It
have
says
three
that,
ways that have
yeah,
been announced so far to get ape sneakers. The first
yeah,
way was to get the
just
double enhancement. The second
yep,
way was to get the
right,
raffle ticket for 2,000.
yeah,
Third way
yeah.
was the
If you
Salon
if you
Original
see
Gangster.
that tweet,
What
it's
it
saying
says,
that
I'm gonna I understand what you're asking. What it says is that if you already got one through the double enhancement, you can't also get one through a raffle. But if you have multiple double enhancements, you'll get one for each, so you can get one more than one. If you get one through the salon that you enhance, that will give you one. Multiple salon
so it's
gangsters,
basically
you can get
possible. It's
multiple.
basically possible to receive
Will
two.
also get a raffle ticket, right? So what we're thinking is that each day leading up until July 1st, they're going to announce a new way that you can get an ape sneaker. So tomorrow morning they may announce we're giving it to all the ASICS Genesis sneakers that are on Binance. And the day after that, they may say we're also giving it to all the Solana Genesis sneakers. And the day after that, they may say we're also giving it to everybody that has a FOMO snapshot that used at least 500 energy in the last 4 months, right? And what they may do is they may say, for all the ones that are the raffle tickets, you can only get one through a raffle ticket if you didn't get one any other way. But for the other pathways, you can get multiple from the double enhancement. You get multiple from enhancing a Solana original gangster. You get multiple from having ASICS Genesis if you still currently own more than one ASICS Genesis. So it depends on which way you get it, if you can get more than one or not.
Yeah, I also like that energy idea. I think the 500 energy idea is pretty good for the daily users who are spending their energies, and it will be good.
All right, awesome, man. Thank you for hopping on, man. Appreciate you. Let's see. Let's bring another speaker on. Let me see. We have. All right, we have Rev B Verino. .eth. Did I say that right?
Yeah, Rev Beaverino. Yep.
All right. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, man, everybody's gonna hate me for saying this, but I did one enhancement
No,
and
no,
I got it.
no way.
Um,
Oh man,
so,
bro, I need you to rub off some of that luck on me, man.
yeah. Well, I had been trying to roll for luck gems and failed like 15 times. And last night I was just kind of bored, and I'm like, you know what? I have 10 energy. This is gonna drop me an energy, but I'm gonna try it. I
Yeah.
just got to try it, and I got it. So I guess like, and then I ended up putting $500 more in so I could get my energy back. you know
That's
what I
why.
mean?
Yeah.
But but I guess like I wasn't here. I joined like late April when everything was pumping. So I wasn't here when like the BNB realm opened to know how this realm addition is going to like happen.
Right.
From my understanding, basically this gets me a guaranteed ticket to redeem for one of those shoes, but I don't know how all that works, I guess. For you guys being through that process with them adding the BNB realm, how does that necessarily work? Or is this maybe different than that?
So I believe it's airdropped in your wallet on the new side of on the new realm. I is how I believe it works. I didn't get airdropped on Solana. I mean, I'm sorry, not Solana, on BNB. But I believe that the way it works is that if you qualify for that new sneaker on the new realm, then it's gonna get airdropped into your account.
Okay, so we'll just when they add the new realm, uh, assuming it's ETH or whatever, we just connect our ETH to the app, and then they'll airdrop us, I assume.
Right. That's how I believe it works. James, do you know any specifics on that?
Yeah, I think we'll get an update to the app that'll give us the third realm in app. We'll also be able to create an in-app wallet for the third realm, no different than we did for the second realm. And we may even get this multi-chain wallet that they've been also working on. And then you'll get an airdrop of what could even just be the shoebox. And that way, when you open the shoebox, you also have that chance that it could be the next higher level up. So maybe you get an airdrop of a common, shoebox, then you've got a whatever 97% chance it's a common sneaker and a 3% chance it's an uncommon sneaker.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question: is will I get, a rare shoe in the realm because it's a rare shoe, or does that not matter at all?
So there's a lot of speculation on that. And in the past, that's what they've done, is that if it was a higher level, higher rarity of sneaker, then the shoebox or the sneaker that you got on the other realm was the higher. So there's a lot of Genesis holders that what they're now doing is they're enhancing their Genesis. So let's say you've got Genesis number 99, and it's a common jogger. You can enhance it to be an uncommon, and then you can enhance it again to be a rare, and then you can enhance it again to be an epic. And what they're hoping is that then when if they get a sneaker on the third realm, that they'll get an epic sneaker on the third realm instead of getting a common sneaker. But it's a gamble. We don't know it for sure because it's not been announced.
Awesome. I appreciate all the information. And earlier today, I heard a pretty good suggestion as it relates to mint farming, because you have a lot of people that are just not really playing the game; they're just mint farming. They're talking about possibly tying in energy, either energy usage or uh, something to that fact, so that way you basically have to play the game in order to be able to mint sneakers, so that there wouldn't be mint farms, and that would help eliminate some of that problem as well. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Um, I mean that sounds like something that could be in play. I think that that the first step in that direction is the mint scrolls. Now, the only issues that I've been seeing with the mint scrolls is that they're very rare to get. Like, I don't think I've gotten not one mint scroll yet. Now, I do have a couple level 5 and level 4 boxes that I haven't opened yet, since it's such a long wait to open. But I know I've had like level 2 boxes, level 3 boxes that I've opened, and there were no mint scrolls in them. So I don't know what that percentage is on how it's released, but I think that they make some sort of change, is what I'm thinking with the mint scrolls. I don't know if maybe either the drop rate or if they make it so that you can mint like commons with uncommon mint scrolls and stuff like that. That'll kind of, I think, balance out the prices, as far as the disparity between the commons and uncommon mint scrolls right now. But I would be open to that idea where energy is a part of possibly minting. I don't know exactly how that would work, but I mean, I'd be open to something like that to kind of ensure that people that are minting are the same people that are playing the game. I know what they're trying to discourage is just people having 50 or 100 phones, 100 different accounts, and just minting for profit and not playing the game the right way. So I think I'd be good with that if it made sense.
It's definitely something they looked at before they developed the minting scrolls. I think they found that it was a little bit harder to code it that way than to code just a minting scroll that drops in a mystery box. And I suspect that when we go forward and the third realm launches, the needs for minting scrolls on the third realm are going to be much higher because we're not going to have nearly as many sneakers available for all the people that are going to want to join compared to where we're at Solana right now with more supply than what we need. So I think that they've got a way to turn up and down the faucet and how many minting scrolls are appearing in the mystery boxes based on the need of that realm, so that the third realm can drop minting scrolls at a higher rate. They can be more frequent than the first or second realm, and then they can adjust them individually realm by realm over time based on the need, the supply and demand that's going on.
Yeah, 100%. All right, let's get to a couple of these other topics that I wanted to get to jump on. So we spoke about the latest teasers that STEPN's been doing, and James, you said that you think that they're every single day they're going to be dropping some new information on a different way to possibly have access to get an ape sneaker. What's your thoughts on that?
They haven't come out and said that, right? They haven't said every day we're going to announce, but that feels like the cadence, that about the same time every day there's a new tweet that comes out, a new announcement of here's a new way to get an ape sneaker in the third realm. And my guess is that because July 1st coming up on Friday is going to be the big announcement where they tell us a lot more about what the third realm is going to be, probably what blockchain it's on, maybe what the corporate partner is, maybe some some unveiling of what an ape sneaker looks like. That's 5 days away. So we have 3 ways that they've given us so far. Probably tomorrow morning about the same time, the following morning about the same time, we get another announcement of here's another way to get an ape sneaker, and here's another way to get a raffle ticket. Here's another way that the Genesis sneakers get in, up until July 1st. It kind of builds this cadence so that when the big announcement comes out July 1st, here's the blockchain, here's the partner, we kind of already know most of those ways to get in.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like, no, it's alright. I was just gonna say I think that exactly what James said is they're just trying to build the hype, right? Like they announced the Friday, and then ever since they're just trying to like keep the momentum going towards burning, which is what they're doing. And I think it has helped. I definitely on the BNB side, like the as soon as they announced the round 3 base, if I'm not mistaken, you can correct me if I'm wrong, James or Jay, if you guys know, but I'm pretty sure BNB hopped from about 0.75 or 0.8 floor price at one point. I think that was when one of the lowest that I saw it when I bought my first BSC sneaker, and then it skyrocketed to probably about 3 or 4 BNB, and then I think now it's settled somewhere in the middle of that. But as you can see, like BNB was affected high, like much higher because of the limited like pool of sneakers. But Sol has also gone up, and probably stabilized a little bit now too. But gradually, kind of as they keep burning, or incentivizing these burning, things are getting like they're getting rid of a lot of sneakers. But more importantly, like you said, Jay, they're actually building like the GST sync. They're syncing as much GST and GMT as possible. It's just unfortunate that minting isn't as motivated, because that would allow for GST to probably rise a lot more if people had the opportunity or the incentive to mint.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting, and I'm excited for the first. So, and I know we're doing our podcast on that very next day, so I'm definitely excited for that. I think that one should be a good one. Next, let's jump into the Realm 3 speculations subject. Now, from my point of view right now, the pieces of the puzzles that I've been kind of putting together is, all right, so they've been teasing Bored Ape Yacht Club. Okay, so Bored Ape Yacht Club is on the Ethereum blockchain, right? So it has to be something that has to do with Ethereum if that partnership is what's gonna be, right? If that's what's happening here, if that's what they've been teasing, I'm thinking it has to be either on Ethereum or some sort of layer 2 on Ethereum. And also, is there a partnership with the Bored Ape Yacht Club? Because I know that a lot of people are putting out screenshots saying that the mods in those channels didn't know anything about it. But then again, when I think about STEPN, like the mods on our channels don't know anything about the future or any new events coming until it actually happens. So that's why I didn't put too much weight into those things. because they probably wouldn't know. And I would imagine if there's a big contract with a lot of, I'm sure we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars probably. Um, I'm sure there's contracts and there's language in these contracts where they can't put this out in public until an official announcement or something like that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. That's what I'm speculating. And again, I have my doubts about the Ethereum blockchain because of the gas fees and all that. But maybe they have a way where with the smart contracts that they're doing something so that the gas fees aren't that bad is the only thing I could think of. But I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think, James?
I think that there have been contracts that were probably signed at least 2-3 months ago, preparing for a certain date when the third realm was going to launch. And these contracts are likely with corporate partners, could be with a big NFT project like Bored Ape Yacht Club, could be with an exchange, could be with a sneaker brand. So no different than when the second realm launched, and we launched with both the ASICS sneaker brand and with Coinbase, and to some lesser degree CoinMarketCap. The third realm is probably a combination of, let's say, Bored Ape Yacht Club on Ethereum with Nike or with Adidas, right? And I think that those parties that signed that contract agreed not to announce anything until July 1st. And July 1st will be the date when the corporate partners make their announcement and when the STEPN team makes their announcement. So I'm with you. I don't think the mods for a club and a Discord would be privy to that. It's all under non-disclosure agreements until that date. They can make the biggest splash possible. I definitely feel like recently, with what we're seeing in game, that it is possible to just play the entire game and then spending count and never leave it and have it all be pretty much off chain, just on the circuit. I can go out and earn each day, earn, let's say, APE coin. I can take that APE coin and use it to level up my sneaker. I can use it to repair my sneaker. I can use it to open up mystery boxes. In those mystery boxes, I can get gems that I can marketplace for Ethereum. Be a way I could bank some Ethereum, right? I can get minting scrolls that I can sell for GMT. And if I can earn GMT and earn Ethereum and earn ApeCoin, I could be self-sufficient all within that spending account. I think a big part of what the STEPN team doing is building this multi-chain wallet, building the DEX, building the marketplace, and they want the marketplace to be something that many different NFT projects can be on. It can be a launch pad for other things. And I think Ethereum is a major part of that, right? So could this be Polygon Matic? Could this be something else first and then Ethereum down the road? Absolutely. But they 100% want Ethereum. So if this isn't it, it's coming soon.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Jay, like I think there's a couple there's a couple things that were mentioned that I can't take credit for. TJ, who's actually sitting in the listening in the audience right now, he's gone through tons of AMAs and mentioned, which I think James is basing what he's saying off of as well. Like one of the things they were mentioning was the fact that there's so much opportunity for blue chip NFT, brands to be built upon. So I think that obviously Bored Ape Yacht Club is the biggest one, and I think that the fact that they put that picture with the ape and the shoe behind it, I think that at this point I can't speak around the technicals of Ethereum, gas, any of that stuff because I'm really not that crypto savvy. But what I will say is that from the community and discussing with the community, if it's anything other than Bored Ape Yacht Club, lots of people will be disappointed, in my opinion.
100%. I know I spoke about that as well, that because there's been so much buildup for Bored Ape Yacht Club at this point, it has to be, right? Because they can't, if they were to at this point be like, oh, it's not actually a partnership, it's something else, or if it's a derivative of Bored Ape Yacht Club, like one of the different ones, like I know there's like Solana Yacht Club, Ethereum, or not Ethereum, but like some different ones, different yacht clubs, right? I think it will be such a huge letdown for the community, and as well as like it's like a bait and switch. So the community will lose even more trust and confidence because of that. So I definitely think at this point it has to be Bored Ape Yacht Club.
I think that's one of the biggest things. I can't speak for everyone, but from what I've kind of noticed from the conversations and obviously the FUD and things like that is a lot of people, at least from what I've noticed, what they don't like about STEPN is they're giving you hope, and that all of a sudden they kind of rug you, sort of keep the NFT or the Web3, lingo. And I feel like if they all of a sudden said, no, it's not Bored Ape Yacht Club, it's some random alternative, and they've done all this hype and they build it up till Friday, and then all of a sudden on Friday they release something that's just completely out of left field from Bored Ape Yacht Club, I feel like we could see a big dive, because a lot of trust, as you said, will kind of instantly disappear, and they'll be like, well, that's not what you made it seem, and what are they trying to do? And I don't know, obviously I don't see the vision like they do, and we don't, most of us have ideas, but we can't really see the plan the way that they do. But I feel like that they'll lose a lot of loyalty and trust from STEPN users if that happens.
Yeah, 100%. So we gotta see what happens with that, because like you're saying, like it has to be at this point Bored Ape Yacht Club. If not, it's gonna be such a big if it's not, the prices are gonna be worse than it is now. Like if they mention anything other than Bored Ape Yacht Club at this point, like I imagine prices dropping at that point really hard. I got added the Joker on here. What's up, Joker? How you doing? Joker, can you hear me?
Feedback, but nothing.
Yeah, looks like he's having some issues there. All right, we'll come back to you. Let's see if he can figure it out with his mic. Just hearing a bunch of static right now. Just hearing a bunch of static. I muted you because it was just really loud static.
Maybe pop down, Joker. Maybe pop down and then pop right back up or something like that.
You can hear me now, guys?
Yeah. Yeah, now I hear you.
Oh, hi. Good evening. Yeah, I just wanted to react on the Bored Ape Yacht Club teasing that they are doing. I don't believe that it will be an official partnership with Bored Ape Yacht Club at this point. Because for me, I don't see, at this point of the game where we are today, I don't see a huge benefit for Bored Ape Yacht Club to do an official partnership with STEPN. I don't see that. I think maybe it has something to do with Bored Ape Yacht Club, because I know that there are a lot of people in the community of Bored Ape Yacht Club that do other projects on their own, not linked to Yuga Labs. Like Escape Plan is a project that they do, and it's done by members of the community of Bored Ape Yacht Club. They use their own apes to launch another project, but it's not officially from Bored Ape Yacht Club. And I think it will be something like that. I don't think it will be an official partnership, because I don't see the benefit at this point for the official Bored Ape Yacht Club partnership. I don't see it. And the question that I have as well is, as you guys talk a lot about it, imagine that is Bored Ape Yacht Club on the third realm. How will the older realms benefit from that? That's a question that I have.
Yeah, and that's also one of the same questions and concerns that I've had with the third realm coming now. I'm not just speaking for myself. I don't think. I think one of the main concerns overall in the community is, what about Solana, right? Like when the Binance Smart Chain came out, Solana basically dropped, right? And then when they severed the ties between for the energy sharing with Solana and BSC, again, Solana is the one really suffering. So I think the majority of the community is on the Solana side. And the Solana side is the original side. So something needs to happen, I think, on the Solana side with this third realm. Now, they did, in the AMAs, they have said that the third realm will help the Solana side. So I don't know exactly how that's gonna happen. Maybe it has to do with the energy sharing. Maybe on the Solana side, you can get more bonus energy sharing versus just if you're on the BSC side, energy sharing onto the third realm. I think maybe that could be an idea, but I really don't know. I don't know. I've been trying to think of different solutions for how they could possibly solve that issue, but I honestly don't know at this point. I don't know if any of you guys have any ideas on how the Solana side can benefit from this new realm.
Yeah, that's why it's another point that I wanted to point out. I really don't believe that the third realm will be on ETH. I think ETH will come for sure, but it won't be on this realm, I think, because the Solana community won't benefit from it at this point. And it's the same like everybody is saying, yeah, but imagine that it's Bored Ape Club. Everybody is going to hype, and everybody, oh, we have a partnership with STEPN, so new people will join or will want to join, but they will see, oh, the realm is too expensive. It's maybe 5K for a shoe. I say something like that, and they say a GST or an Ape coin or whatever at like $5. So everybody will be hyped, and then they see, oh, it's too expensive. So then they can look at the older realms. But let's be honest, guys, at the prices that we are today, yeah, when you see a realm of Bored Ape Club with a GST of 8 price from $5, and then you go to the older realms and you see the GST price at that realm, will you be interested in investing in that realm? I don't believe that. They it's like I said it before. They for me, they really need to focus on the basics of the game. All the implements that they did until today, the burning of the shoes, creating a lot more things, that's what they need to do, and that's the focus that they need today. They need to build a solid base that the GST price is stable at like $1 or $2. I don't know what price they want, but it's stable. That will attract new people because now, if you see at the floor price and if you see at the GST price, the last month it dropped every day. So, do you really believe with the third realm, with all the hype, that people who can't afford to buy a shoe and they see the history of the older realms that they will be hyped to buy in that realm? I don't believe that. Really, it won't happen.
100% that they will. And the beauty is we don't even have to speculate because we can go back and listen to Jan and Jerry's words and hear exactly what they've said. And they've said that this third realm's been in the works for months and months. And they said that they want every new realm to launch with a big brand partner, a big corporate partner. And they've said that they wanted the third blockchain to be Ethereum because that's where the big NFT projects are and that's where the collectors are. And they've said even most recently in the town hall that we just had that they really see that when they launch that third realm, it's going to draw a lot of attention to the project. And a lot of new people are going to hear about STEPN that have never heard about it before. So let's just speculate and say that it is Bored Ape Yacht Club on Ethereum, right? Maybe even an unofficial project, as you mentioned, which is a distinct possibility. We can see a lot of those with Bored Ape Yacht Club, where there's restaurants that have opened built around an ape, and they were even accepting ape coin as tender to buy things in the restaurant. And you can do that with the IP rights that are set up along Bored Ape Yacht Club. I don't personally think it would probably go that way because a sneaker brand wouldn't want to affiliate themselves with an unofficial project. But regardless, right, that's still a possibility. I think that the sneaker price on that third realm is going to be really expensive. And as all these people learn about this project, right, they're going to see that sneaker price and want to buy in and not be able to. So then they're going to look at the other two realms. And as people participate in all three of the realms and they use the marketplace, the fees from the marketplace go back into all three of those realms. The fees from the DEX that's already being incorporated go back into those realms, right? The fees from, let's say, the new multi-chain wallet and the other things that they're working on that they haven't announced yet are going to go back into those realms. It's driving millions of dollars in revenue, right? That can replace to not only have to have new users. And as they come back into those realms and people buy the sneakers, that brings up the price of GST in the Solana realm. Without a doubt, we'll get new users in the Solana realm because of the third realm. I have no question about it at all. And that's what the devs are banking on. Jan and Jerry have said that exactly, word for word.
Yeah, 100%. All right, so we're running a little long here, so I wanna jump into the next couple subjects just to kind of close it out. First off is the meta. What's the current meta that you guys are seeing? Are you guys seeing anything different right now within the game that people are doing? I know that I recently got more luck on my sneakers. I got 2 level 3 luck gems, so I think my luck is currently at around 120 or so. So I've been getting level 4, and level 5 mystery boxes. Now I haven't opened them yet because I'm still waiting. The wait time is so long on those. It's like 200 hours or something. So I'm still waiting on them so I can finally open them. I think I'm gonna be able to open up my first level 5. It says 70 hours. So I still got a little bit before I can open those up. But what are you guys seeing anything different?
Come on, first of all, come on, Jay, burn that GST.
Oh man, is that right now, man? I've actually been in the gem upgrade casino the last probably week or so. Just trying to get. I've been getting a bunch of level 1s and trying to upgrade a level 2 and level 3 and see how far I can make it before basically it blows up in my face.
Yeah, well, I would say with regards to looking in mystery boxes, I built myself because I saw a lot of feedback. Obviously, maybe James gets bigger boxes than I do. I think the highest has ever gotten is level 4, but I did start noticing that people were getting level 5s and 6s and saying that some of them were coming up actually less fruitful than level 4s and 3s, which I found was quite interesting. So I know, for example, E Money, which a lot of people I think follow as well, he said that he actually split his 20 energy into two 10 energy sessions to get level 3 or 4 mystery boxes, and he got 2 per day. And he was noticing that the returns were quite high, were a lot higher per day than going a level 5 or 6. So I think with regards to luck, I think there are people that are obviously shooting for the stars, getting 8s and 9s, but there are some people that are going down and actually just accepting 3s and 4s and noticing that they're quite profitable. I've noticed I've gotten everything from scrolls to gems to level 2 gems to GST. It's been a randomized thing for me.
Yeah,
I've definitely seen that.
Go ahead, James.
I've definitely seen the meta go from a GST meta to a luck meta, pushing for those mystery boxes. And then within the luck meta, personally, I've had the best luck with the level 2 mystery boxes. The level 1s seem to have a really low rate to get a minting scroll out of it. And you usually don't get a gem. You get a little bit of GST, like 2.5 to 7.5. The level 2 mystery box, all of a sudden now you've got, 1 and 3, you're getting a minting scroll, and 2 and 3, you're getting a gem. And the timers on them are really short and they're really inexpensive to boost. So you can do multiple a day and it's really cheap. When you go up to level 3 mystery box, your chance of getting a scroll actually dips down because your chance of getting a gem goes up so much higher, and likely you get 2 gems out of them. But the gem price is so low right now that the level 3 mystery box is actually worth less when you open them, and they cost more to open than to just spec for the level 2s. I've also spec the other way to like try to get level 6s and 7s, and the timers are so long and it's so much more expensive to boost them that you really don't want to open even one a day, much less more than one a day, right? So I've had the best luck, especially on Binance, going for level 2 mystery boxes to get the minting scrolls. And if you can push that to the point with, you're getting 4 or 5 of those a day, it really, really adds up because the minting scrolls are selling for so much. But I think the meta's even moved from that now. We went from a GST meta to a luck meta. And I think right now we're in an enhancement meta. And a big part of it is it's new. So it's always fun to do the newest thing. But then everything coming with the third realm, I think that's where everybody's putting all the resources, is everything into enhancement.
Yeah, so how much energy, this is a question from the YouTube comments, the YouTube live that I'm also doing at the same time. How much energy are you using to try and get a mystery box to level 2 right now?
So it's a function of your energy plus your luck. So it depends on the luck on your main sneaker. On the one chain, I've got enough luck that I can get it with 2 energy. And so I've got 20 energy on the Solana chain, and I can get 10 level 2 mystery boxes a day with 2 energy per box. On the Binance chain, my sneaker doesn't have as much luck as it does on Solana. So I'm having to walk with more energy over there, usually 4 energy, sometimes 5 energy to get that level 2 mystery box consistently. But I can throw a bigger luck gem in that sneaker and get it up faster. It just depends on where you're at. And some of it's trial and error. The graph at tinyurl.com/STEPN stats has just been recently updated, so you can see all the data points together, and that can give you a really good feel for where that sweet spot is for the level 2 mystery boxes and where you need to be based on the luck of your sneaker in order to be using the right amount of energy to hit what you want.
Awesome. I hope that answered the question that we had on the YouTube chat. So yeah. So I mean, I guess the pretty much the answer right now is that it's been shifting over to luck. A lot of people are playing a lot more around with luck, opening up a lot more mystery boxes right now. I still haven't gotten a minting scrolls on any of my mystery boxes, so I'm kind of sad about that. But I've had good luck. I've been getting at least a minimum of 2 gems in each one that I've opened. So that's why I've been in the gem upgrade casino. The next thing, and this will be the last thing, we'll kind of close it out with this, is the GST and GMT prices and the community sentiment right now. So right now, if I pull up the prices here, let's see. It looks like GST is currently sitting around 16 cents today on the Solana side. And let's see on Binance. Where is it at on Binance? This is Solana. On Binance, it's sitting around 36 cents today. So basically double the price, I guess, on the Binance side. GMT is sitting at 85 cents. So GMT's actually had a pretty good run over the last few days. I think it's up in the last 20, well, I don't know, last 24 hours, but the last 7 days, it's up 38%. So that's definitely, I think, moving in the right direction right now. But I know a lot of people are worried about GST. What I have to always come back to is that right now we have less sinks in the market. That's affecting the prices for GST. I think maybe with the next realm, they introduce more sinks to get those prices maybe to move up on some of the other realms. I don't know. What do you think needs to happen? What do you guys think needs to happen for these prices to start moving back up on the Solana side? Especially, I think I want to focus on the Solana side just because I know that's where the majority of the community is. So on the Solana side, what do you guys think needs to happen for a change here?
Definitely feels like overall we need to be spending more GST every day than what the average player's earning, right? And that can happen many ways. That could happen with minting becoming more profitable because we've burned off so much supply that now we're minting more for the new players that are coming in. It can come from the enhancements. It can come from the new player leveling up their sneaker and spending the GST and repairing the sneaker by using the energy every day and opening the mystery boxes. And there's a lot of GST sinks out there. I am hopeful that when Realm 3 launches, that it does push a lot of attention back to Solana. And we still haven't heard of this new way to play the game on Solana that gives us new strategies and new way to share energy through that energy bridge. That may be a GST sync that we've still not heard about, where we're using, let's say we've got 20 energy on Solana, use 10 energy on Solana, right, in order to share 10 energy instead of just a +1 over to the third realm. And spending GST in some way, but it's all about spending GST. I don't think you can work on just the supply side of the sneaker to make the sneaker price go up as long as we're still all selling more GST every day than what we earn, right? Or selling all of it that we earn, because that's always going to push that price down, dragging sneakers back. It all comes back to spending GST, sinking, having those sinks.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm not the technical guy, but from just like listening to the community and trying to chat with people, I would say for me, it's got to be fun. I think one of the reasons why enhancing is as popular as it is because people, obviously there's a FOMO element to it. Nobody wants to miss out on the ape sneaker. No one wants to miss out on the third realm. They want their chance to get in there, so they want to jump in. But the fun of, either it's hitting the casino like you just said, Jay, and having some fun, and then hitting that level 2 gem or hitting that level 3 gem or the level 4 gem. If you have the liquidity to do it, you're having some fun. And speaking for for those who follow Everett, for example, the guy was able to turn a massive streak of gem gambling and fun into a rare sneaker. You look at the enhancing, you're able to take this some people had 30, 40, 50 sneakers, and they're like, what do I do with all these these boring sneakers that are just sitting on the side? And then they came out, obviously it was community created or community born, because the idea came from the community, but you can tell it's just the fun of taking those what you could say, for lack of a better word, crappy sneakers that were kind of never going to be done anything. All they were doing was just sitting in your in your assets, not doing anything. And now all of a sudden you have this chance to have some fun, and combine them into an uncommon, combine them into a rare, combine them into an epic. I guarantee you there would have been some that tested to try to go for a legendary if they had opened it up, because that idea or that fun piece is what we're all kind of looking for. So I think to kind of do what James is saying, which is to kind of reinvigorate and bring those things back and create those syncs and everything, and to have more people burning GST and GMT rather than wanting to cash out on it. The game just has to be fun. Like, it has to feel like it's a fun game again. Everyone loved making money at $10. Obviously, the money was a huge piece to it, but I personally think it's just people thought it was fun. You're like, crap, I could run, I could burn some gems, I could do this, I could do that, and I could make $100 on the side. It made the positive vibe and the energy kind of very high. And I think if they can get that energy back, whether it's through a hype with the Bored Ape sneaker, or with gem gambling, or GMT earning, if maybe they launch that in the next month, or the marathon mode that's supposed to come later. Like, I think if everyone takes a look at the roadmap, it's quite cool what kind of things are down the pipe that we haven't even touched yet. I think once we start to really touch upon these new elements to the game, and if things start to get more fun again, I honestly think that there's no other direction than up. But I think it's been repeated many, many, many times in many spaces. We're still in a bear market. Everything's still going to go down regardless of how successful STEPN is. And I think that as long as we're having fun and enjoying it, we're going to be the ones that, look at this later on and be like, do you remember when we were in that bear market when it was 16 cents a GST or whatever it was? I think then we'll be looking back with smiles on our faces.
Percent. All right, so I want to bring up a couple people from the community to speak about the community sentiment. I know everybody has different feelings about it, so I got Carlos in here. I brought him up as a speaker. What's going on, Carlos?
Hey, what's up, man? Thank you so much for what you do. Thanks to you, I got into this, and it's a lot of fun. So I just had a quick little, I don't know if it's a question or just like an idea or something. I've noticed that I've been around since Solana, started, and then BNC came, and how Solana dumped. So after that, then I come to thinking, if this is gonna happen with the third realm, would it be a good idea to everything, all the GST that it's earned, just trade it to GMT, since GMT is the general token for STEPN, and when Bored Ape comes or whoever else in the future, in general, GMT will go up. So my question was, do you think this is a good idea to do that and just keep the GST that you need to repair shoes and to open mystery boxes? So that was pretty much my question. Thank you.
Yeah, man, no problem. So for me personally, I've been doing it for a while already, where I've been kind of switching, and I started this when GST was towards all-time highs, right? Like, I knew above $5 it was going to be hard for that price to stay, since it is an inflationary token. So at that time, and I spoke about it a few times, where I was switching my GST at the time for GMT. And I mean, either way, both from those prices, both dropped over 80%. So it's not like, it was a big difference on those exchanges. But it was and it is something that I'm still doing. I think the long-term focus is always going to be GMT for the project, because that one is not going to be an inflationary token. That one has a limit. So that's going to be the core focus, and that's why they speak about it so much. This is going to be, it's the main focus for the survival of the project is GMT. So it's in STEPN's best interest to make sure that GMT survives and that GMT, goes up. So yeah, I think it is a good idea if you really believe in this project and if you want to kind of be on the same side as the STEPN owners and the investors and all that. Their side is GMT. I know a lot of people in my circle are doing that right now, where exactly what you said, where they earn GST and then right away they just flip it for GMT. And if it's gonna be stuff that they're just holding, they rather hold GMT. So I think that's currently another meta kind of that's happening in the game right now. If you're not gonna spend the GST that you're earning, like only keep what you're gonna be spending in your spending wallet. The rest of it, you can flip it into GMT or something like that. As the markets recover, as everything recovers, it should go up. Like you saw I had set the wrong price for GMT because I didn't refresh my page, but it's actually at 98 cents right now, and it's up 45% in the last 14 days. So in the last 2 weeks, it's up 45% versus if you compare it to Solana right now, in the last 14 days, it's down 19%. So definitely, if it's something that you're not spending, that you're just planning on holding it, and I would definitely recommend GMT over GST at this moment.
Cool, man. Thank you very much, and thanks for everything you do. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I had like about 800 GST the other day, and it was about 75 cents, and I traded it all. And then I saw it come up yesterday all the way to $1.05, so I was happy with that.
Yeah, definitely, man. I think that's the play, especially for the long term of this project. Anything if you're gonna be spending GST, then for sure it's fine to keep it in GST. If not, flip it over to GMT. I think that's a good idea.
Cool, man. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
All right, no problem, man. Thanks for coming on. All right, so let me see how we're doing on time. We're about 25 minutes over. I'm gonna take a few questions from the YouTube live chat, and then if anyone wants to answer, I'm gonna take 3 questions. Let's cap it at 3, because if not, we're gonna be answering questions forever. So if you guys have any questions on the YouTube live stream in the chat, drop it right now. I'm gonna bring it up and I'll answer it. And anyone that on here on Twitter that wants to chime in can do so as well. Let's keep these kind of rapid fire. Keep these as fast as possible. I don't wanna drag this on too much longer. Let me see. All right, so I got one question here, and this is definitely a question that I've been getting a lot. I know a lot of people have been asking this question. I've been seeing it a lot in the community. They're asking, when do you think we will be able to earn GMT, and how expensive will it be to do attribute resets? So as far as when we will be able to earn GMT, what I'm currently hearing, the whispers right now, is it's towards the end of the year. I think those are the whispers we're currently hearing. There's still no way to know exactly when, because they're not releasing that information. They said they don't want to release information on exactly when that period will be, because they don't want it to affect prices too much. But what it sounds like is we're still ways away, maybe towards the end of the year. As far as how expensive it will be to do an attribute reset, I have no idea. I know that in the AMAs, they said that they don't want it to just be cheap for everybody to be switching it all the time. So I imagine it's going to be something somewhat expensive, I think. Maybe towards 1,000 GMT or something like that, or GST. I don't know exactly what those numbers would be. I don't know, but They haven't released those numbers yet, but I imagine from what they said in the AMAs, it sounded like it would be somewhat expensive because they don't want people just doing it all the time. I don't know if anyone else on here has any input on that.
I definitely heard him say something too about the more you do it, the more frequently you do it, maybe the more expensive it gets. So if you're to fine tune a couple points, it could be on the lower expensive side. Or if you try to do an entire flip from a efficiency GST sneaker to flip all that away from efficiency and all of it over to comfort, that it would get really expensive because you're doing it for each attribute point, right? One point at a time. So the more you do, the more expensive it gets, and the harder that it gets. I'd be really interested to see them give an alternative where you could do it one point at a time to just fine tune a sneaker, but maybe have a completely different use case where you reset the sneaker back to zero and start back over again.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the same thing that I was hearing. Let me see what other questions. Speculation on the price of Ethereum sneakers. So from again, and there's no way to know, right? But we're just kind of going off what the little teases that they've given off in the AMAs when they've answered some of the questions. I feel like they were leaning towards realm 3 is gonna be the most expensive realm yet. Is kind of what what I got from the AMAs. So that's what I'm thinking. Now, if it's also in partnership, I would imagine, for example, the APE sneakers are going to be beyond what the common sneakers are, right? Like anything else. So the APE will be like the ASICs on the BSC realm. So they're obviously going to be a lot more expensive. But and the sneakers overall, I don't know. From what I got from the AMAs, I think it was kind of that, like where it's going to be more expensive than the other realms. I don't know if anyone has got any other speculation on that.
I don't think STEPN's going to sell any. I think that there's going to be, let's say, 25,000 sneakers, APE sneakers, given out for free, and there's going to be lots of different ways to get one. And so if you can't purchase one from an exchange, right, there's going to be no way to buy the first wave of them. You're going to have to wait until somebody that gets one of those first 25,000 either sells the one that they get on the marketplace or on a secondary marketplace like a OpenSea or a wherever, or until they mint some and sell. And I would guess, like if I had to put a number at it, I would say that anybody that takes one of those that they get, one of those 25,000, and again, that's a speculative number, we don't know, and sells it, I'm going to say at least $5,000, probably more.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking as well. Let me see what else. So people are asking about the other some other move to earns. Right now, I have been looking for other move to earns for a few months now. I haven't really come across anything worth noting. I know some people have been posting about like walk-in and stuff like that. I haven't I don't know, like I tried it out and I was like, yeah, this ain't it, and I kept it moving. Same thing with Sweat. I don't think it's anything special. It's nowhere near what STEPN is doing. I haven't seen, so I know that an interesting project is like Genopets and stuff like that. Now I think they're still in like the private testing phase. So I haven't been able, unfortunately, to try it out to see what that looks like. So I can't speak on that. I haven't tried any of the bike riding ones. I know there's been like some bicycle ones. I'm not a cyclist, and I'm actually kind of scared of cycling because I've heard some really bad stories of people getting hit by cars. There's actually on the bridge, one of the bridges that I run on, about a few months ago, somebody got hit by a car and there's like a death and all that. So I'm kind of staying away. I think I'm gonna stick to walking, jogging, and running for now, and staying away from those. And then there are a few like exact copycat clones of STEPN that are out there right now, but nothing that's been like wow. Like there's been nothing that would give me get like would I would think that this is gonna overtake STEPN, right? And as far as the Step app that people are talking about that they're already advertising and stuff like that, they don't have a working app. They don't have a working project. The only thing you could do with Step app right now is hold whatever its coin is. So it's not a working app. I'm not interested in just holding a coin. For that, I'm gonna hold a more secure coin like Ethereum or something that I know is gonna be around for the next few years, rather than a new project that doesn't even have a working app yet. So I'm definitely not looking into those type of things right now. And I'm not worried about any other app that's like really threatening STEPN at this point.
No, I don't know about anybody threatening, and I don't know if you're not allowed to say anything or or not, but I know that Kalo, which is a huge copycat of STEPN, is currently $3 for its utility token, and then the utility token basically purchases sneakers and things like that. I'm not buying in because I'm not going to invest that type of money. It's around like $600 to $800 per shoe right now, but it's very much like copy paste, change a few words, not so subtle differences, but it is a move to earn that's identical to STEPN basically.
Yeah, I've seen that one around, and I actually bought a sneaker probably like a month ago to try it out. It was a very, very complicated process. They don't have like you can't buy its coin anywhere right now. You have to go onto I think it's like Pancake Swap or something like that, and then you have to buy the coin itself. It's not like, because I know it's on the Binance Smart Chain, but like if you bring BNB onto the app itself, you can't trade it. It doesn't have a trade function within the app. So you have to have the actual coin, their coin, and which is only through Pancake Swap, which is super confusing to get because there's a bunch of different coins that have very similar names. If you get the wrong one, then that money's probably gone. So you got to be very careful with it. Unless you're a savvy crypto user, I wouldn't even try to do that, because even me, that I've been around crypto since 2016, like it was a little like I had to figure out I had to spend time on like actually trying to figure out how to move things from one place to the other, because it's not set up properly though. But once you're in the app, you have the shoe and all that, it's an exact copy, exact clone of STEPN. It's just very clunky, I would say, and it's nowhere near as finished as STEPN. So it's in the very, very early stages still, I believe, for that. I am doing some tests on it, and I'll probably end up doing a video on that soon.
I tested out a bicycling one, Jay.
Yeah?
It is an exact clone of STEPN. The same exact white paper, same exact app. They didn't change it at all. The only difference is the NFTs look like a little bicycle instead of looking like a sneaker. 90% of it doesn't work yet. So like, it's exactly copied. So as you switch from spending to wallet, it asks you to enter in your passcode, but it never asks you to create a passcode. So you can't actually get to wallet because it's not coded in yet. Like, there was so much stuff broken on it. And the really funny part to me was that they quickly realized that people weren't bicycling to make it work. So then they kind of pivoted and told people, don't worry, you can just buy the bike NFT and walk with it instead. So
Wow.
just walk, jog, or run your bike NFT. I mean, it's just so bad. And those really worry me, because when they don't have even the desire to pivot and make their own white paper and make their own mechanics and design an app that actually functions, the chance of that ended up being a big, steal all your money is so much higher,
Right.
in my opinion. So just be really careful. Be really careful out there, because there's a lot of people that do not have your best interests at heart.
Yeah, 100%. You have to be careful with all those projects. Those are all very, very high risk. So when you're dealing with very high risk projects like that, make sure that you're only putting in a very small fraction of your portfolio, 1% or less. And if it's more than 1%, then you shouldn't even be messing with those type of projects. When it comes to investing, at the end of the day, this is all it is, investing, because you have to put money down. you have to remember that it's all about risk management. A lot of people, they have a bad experience because they risk too much, and if you lose on that, then they might lose their entire. There's people that they put their entire portfolio because maybe they have only $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. Maybe they go all in on STEPN or on some project when it's up at all-time highs, and then when the prices come down, they lose their 80-90% of their portfolio. So you guys always, when dealing with these projects, you got to remember and you got to invest in it the same way that you approach anything else, because it's an investment first, right? So you have to think in terms of risk management. So if a project fails, it's only like 1% or less of your portfolio, so it doesn't affect you, right? And at the end of the day, it has to be money you're willing to lose. So that's why in all my videos, I'm always speaking about what's the fastest way to get to break even, because I know even though I say this and I might say it a million times until I'm out of breath, people are not gonna listen. They're still gonna go all in. They're still gonna ape in, and they're gonna run into these issues where they start tweeting at you saying they lost their life savings in STEPN or whatever because the prices are down. So in order to avoid that, you guys have to learn risk management. Very, very big. All right, I think we pretty much touched on everything that we wanted to cover today. Thank you to James, Cozy, Kevin, and everybody else that came on stage today and participated in this. Thank you to everyone who tuned in on Twitter Spaces, everyone who tuned in on YouTube. We're up to 170, 180 people on YouTube. I think we're around 100 on Twitter at one point. So thank you to all you guys for tuning in. I want to make this a weekly thing where every Monday we jump on, talk about STEPN, have some people jump on, stream it both on Twitter and YouTube, so everyone could participate. And I want to close it out with this. I myself am a STEPN ambassador. However, I don't get paid for it, right? I don't get any insight on what they're doing or what's going to happen in the future. So I want to make sure that you guys know that. Also, I feel the exact pains that you guys are feeling. Like, I feel those pains as well. I understand from the community sentiment what you guys are feeling. I know that a lot of people are hurt that the prices are dropping and have dropped. But you have to remember, at the end of the day, one is what I just mentioned, risk management, right? That's going to help you from not being so emotional and making emotional decisions on projects like this, right when these scenarios happen, because this always is a scenario that happens all the time in all projects. Even if you're just holding Bitcoin drops 80-90% at any given time. So you have to be able to ride these waves. And of course, during these bear markets, not all these projects are going to survive. Only the strongest ones out of all these are going to survive. I just did a video. If you guys are on YouTube, if you guys follow me on YouTube, if you don't, is Bitcoin Daily. I did a video on what I've done the previous 2 bear cycles in order to be able to basically retire, right? I'm not retired, but I retired from working a regular 9-to-5. And I retired in 2017. I haven't worked a regular job since. I've been working for myself, creating content full-time, doing crypto full-time since then. And I did all these things by investing when other people were afraid to invest. Because the thing is, people get caught up in emotions, they get caught up in hype, and so that's why you make decisions to buy when things are at the top instead of buying when things are at the bottom. So I feel your pain. I know a lot of you guys are upset about the prices. I'm upset as well. I want to make obviously more money, but at the end of the day, I'm doing something that I wasn't doing 6 months ago. I'm going outside almost every single day to walk or jog, right? I wasn't doing this all the time. Now I look forward to doing this every single day. And when I finish and when I get back, I'm like, I feel re-energized. I feel, that dopamine hit, and I love it. So now I've gotten to the point where I'm addicted to it, and I'm doing this now more for the GameFi aspect of it than an incentive like money aspect. I'm not really making money, so I'm like, all right, let me use the GST to do other things within the game itself. And I've actually found that I'm having fun doing this. and I love going outside and doing this all the time. So just leaving you guys with those thoughts. If you guys have any questions about anything, you want to see anything change for the next one, I want to do this every Monday. So if you guys have any suggestions, better format for it or whatever, just drop it in the comments. Let me know. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you on the next one. And as always, the way I love to always leave it, peace and love.